So before we begin, this isn't meant to be a flex video. This is really a framework. I worked so many years, my entire career, hustling, burning the candle from both ends, not really understanding what passive income was. I always was told that, you want to make money when you sleep, but I really only knew how to build services companies and work front-facing, working with clients, on the phone, selling, working weekends, working nights, and just grinding, earning equity in something that would one day maybe sell, maybe not. But what I've learned in the last 24 months is there's something new that can be created in more of a lifestyle entrepreneur category, which is what I've been designing my whole life around here in Costa Rica. As you'll see, most of my income comes from connecting. I've realized that my zone of genius is really using my network and combining people. Now, you may not have the biggest network yet. You may be starting out your career. You may have a big network. So this video is really about how to monetize all these different channels in your life and these different people so you can create consistent flows of income and live a much happier and healthier life. Now, let's talk about number one, investing. If you are investing over $100,000, I really recommend outsourcing that to a financial advisor or broker. It's not something worth doing yourself unless you truly want to commit to doing that as a full-time job. I've tried doing my own portfolio management before. I've tried watching the YouTubers and picking individual stocks, and in my experience, it's just been a waste of time. It's not something I'm truly passionate about, and I'd much rather pay a fee to somebody else and let them figure out how to pick the winners. So let's look at what my allocation looks like. As you can see, most of my investments right now are in US cap index funds. This is a collection of companies that have a market cap of over $10 billion or more. So that's where my financial advisor has invested a lot of my investment money. Now, if we look at December 28th, my year-to-date return was 15%. So let's use a figure like $200,000. If I had invested $200,000 into my brokerage account, I would have gotten a $30,000 return. That's $2,500 per month in passive income. Now, the kicker is the market is a lot lower today. So I would say my return is definitely in the negative, but I'm not really particularly bothered by that because I'm not going to sell or liquidate my portfolio anytime soon. And I'm trying to play the long game and focus on compound interest over time. Now, with crypto, my strategy is a little bit different, but I'm actually thinking about also outsourcing some of my portfolio to a fund manager. I've been in crypto since 2012. I have a love-hate relationship with crypto, I'll be completely honest. Most of my disdain towards crypto is actually the community. It has nothing to do about the technology. It's really the people inside it, the speculators, the punters, the people who give everybody a bad name, and they're always doing rug pulls. And there's no accountability and there's no regulation, so it's just a free-for-all. My advice for crypto is the same it's been for the last 10 years. Buy it, stick it under your bed, stick it in a digital safe. Don't think about it. Don't look at CoinMarketCap, don't look at the prices. It's only gonna drive you crazy. So if the goal is to just put it, store it, look at it in 10 years, great. But if you're trying to make quick money, I do not think it's a smart investment right now. Now, if we look at my portfolio earlier this year, it looked pretty damn good. My portfolio was up over 30%. That's $144,000 in return. That translates to $12,000 per month in passive income. Again, today that's a totally different story. I've moved some money around. I've actually invested into early stage startups using some of my crypto assets. So that's not a total, clear, accurate representation, but my portfolio is significantly down over 60-70%. Now, the other big thing that you are not seeing here is how much I lost in Terra Luna. Terra Luna was the stable coin that imploded. Over $60 billion got wiped out. That was a really hard lesson for me, especially because I was on a plane coming to Costa Rica when it imploded. So there was virtually nothing I could have done to save this or to exit my position. Now, things like that happen. These are the risks we take entering into a very volatile coin or a very volatile market. It's just something that you need to know going in. Number two, licensing software. I've been building apps for the last 12 years professionally through multiple agencies that I've had. Rootstrap is a company with 350 plus employees in 5 countries. Neon Roots worked with Snoop Dogg, Tony Robbins, Salesforce, Epson, really big brands. Now, with that company, Neon Roots, we used to build our own internal products. So products that I still get licensing fees today. Snoopify, for example, has done over 7 figures in sales, and we have a whole collection of other emoji and entertainment apps that still pay us our dividends. So that generates me an average of $1,200 per month in a collection of web software and iPhone sales that we have out in the universe. Now, this is true passive income because I virtually do no work at all. I don't even have to really maintain these products. Maybe if there's a bug fix, I'll assign a developer, but it's truly 100% passive. I don't have to think about it. There's automated invoices that go out for the web software. The iTunes sends me direct checks. Number 3, commission incomes are one of my biggest profit centers. Now, a lot of people, they don't like playing in the middle. You know, I remember a quote from Ryan Holiday that he'd much rather be a creator and a builder than, you know, being a broker or like playing in the breadcrumbs or earning 5%, 10% here and there. Generally, I would agree with something like that, but it's actually provided me an incredible quality of life. And it's something that I have a true passion for doing. I love connecting people. I have a massive professional network. I've worked on grooming this for the last 15 years. People trust me to deliver. People trust me when they ask me for referrals. So when it comes to my industry, like software development or Web3 programmers or designers or people who are creative, I get a lot of inbound still all over my social media, to my email, phone calls, texts, pretty much every single week. And all I have to do is really connect the dots. So between software development, design studios, HR consultants, executive coaching, I earn anywhere between $40,000 to $80,000 per month from this type of income. Now, it's not as consistent as you would think. It's not something that's really going to ever create equity in. So again, it's a lifestyle perk. It's something that provides me a lot of cash flow, but it's not like anyone is ever gonna buy my commission business one day. So that's something really important to think about. And in terms of what my commissions range from, it's anywhere from 5 to 20%, depending on the business, the relationship, and what I'm doing. If I'm just making a simple connection and just putting people on email, sometimes I play a little bit more of a liaison and I help facilitate a relationship and actually play kind of a consultant in the project. Again, if you are just starting out or you have a massive network, try being a connector. You know, people are willing to pay a lot of money for biz dev folks. You know, getting an introduction, getting a warm introduction, a services company especially, is always going to be more valuable than a lead coming from paper ads or an email campaign or social media. So, you know, the ability for someone who is already trusted and vetted to be able to make an introduction to somebody else always counts for more. It's something that I really recommend doing. Number 4, my real estate business here in Costa Rica. It's called Barefoot Luxury. It's our first year in business. Now, I wouldn't consider this entirely passive income because I am actually working and hustling and making calls and doing visits to land and properties and all that kind of stuff. But the point is, I enjoy it. I have fun with it. It probably only takes up less than 20% of my entire free time. So, and it's something that I get to learn from. I've always been the type of person that I learn from doing, and because I'm building my own real estate projects here in Costa Rica, it's valuable for me to get paid to learn how to do this for other people. Now, most of the business comes from my personal network, word of mouth, friends. Again, because I have that trusted network, if somebody's gonna come to Costa Rica, somebody's gonna say, hey, you should call Ben. I feel like he's got his hand on the pulse there. He knows the right people. He knows people selling, yada, yada, yada. Now, I will have completed about 5 transactions this year. So I get commissions on each one. Typically, that's anywhere from 5 to 6% of the total deal size. And then I also help and add value by connecting them to architects, people who can do due diligence, topographers. So a lot of other services outside of just brokering the initial deal. Now, if we think about 5 total deals and $50,000 per deal, that's $250,000 in not entirely passive income, but pretty close to it. Number 5, BLV Coaching. Now, this isn't entirely passive income, but it's, again, something that I have fun with and something I'm pretty good at. I do about 4 calls per week. I get paid anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 per session. I'm typically working with growth agency owners who are looking to make some radical change in their business, either to get funding, to seek some type of liquidity event, to roll up with another firm. And they need help with a host of issues, from scaling to HR to sales to marketing. And I play all those roles. I help them from mindfulness stuff to productivity, to growth, all that good stuff. So I'm really a coach, a biohacker, a therapist, all in one. And because that's not completely consistent as well, sometimes my clients might want to take a week off. I get anywhere from $20,000 to $35,000 per month in additional income as a result of my coaching business. Number 6, my course business. Now, my course business is one of those types of businesses, like most creators see. It's got its high booms and then it kind of goes dark and real low. So I only make an additional $100 to $200 per month from my course sales. These are also people that are probably coming in from my funnel on my webinar, or their existing coaching clients, or they've told their friends, or LinkedIn or Instagram or some of these other places. In the past, I've done 6-figure course sale launches, both with Brendan Dunn and myself. But now it's not something that I've really maintained, and I'm trying to figure out what the next iteration of courses look like. I've taken Ali Abdal's PTYA course, I'm taking the Ship 30, and I'm a huge believer in this cohort style course thing. I mean, I think it's incredible. I think it's the future. So, if you're just starting out as well, your offer can be something as simple as an ebook that you're charging for, or Notion templates, or something else. So again, it's not something that's necessarily like making me a lot of money, but it's at least paying for my Webflow cost or my hosting fees. Now, here's some of my closing statements. I just showed you all the ways that I'm earning passive and active income. Now, let me be real for a sec. I still have a lot of financial insecurity. I still have a lot of imposter syndrome. I still compare myself to others. Now, when I look at someone like Alex Hormozi, I'm like, oh my God, how am I not as rich as this guy? Or Gary Vee, or some of these other creators. So just because you start earning more doesn't mean those things are going away. My recommendation is not focusing on that prize, focusing on what you want to be. Do you want to be a growth entrepreneur? Do you want to be a lifestyle? Focus on building the things that are going to make you most happy first, and the systems that are going to give you the highest quality of life, and then the money will come. If you want to check out another video, I recommend checking out the 6 side hustles that I talk about in my next video, and I'll see you guys next time.